Welcome to the terror zone.
Hello everyone, Shadow34 here. I bought a HID kit and I'm going to attempt to install it myself. I have not installed an HID kit on a bike, so we're going to give it a shot and I'm going to run you through what I'm finding. So this is the front end of my Z1000. You can see there's no headlight cover, no plastic cover. Just after I got it purchased, or not purchased, repainted, excuse me, I ran into the back of a Jeep. I was coming up to a corner, everybody was stopped at the stoplight, the light turned green, everybody started moving forward. I didn't even start, I sneezed in my helmet, and when I looked up, everybody had stopped because someone was turning left, and at like 8 miles an hour, I ran right into the back bumper of the Jeep, and broke out my headlight casing, cracked the fairing a little bit. I was going to replace it, but it's just too far gone. So I bought a new headlight fairing and a new headlight case itself, and we're going to see what happens. So here we go. First of all, we should probably start with the kit that I got. This is the HID kit that I got. I had bought it online. I mean, nothing fancy about it, but it should work. It comes with this installation guide, which should be pretty straightforward, but will come in handy if we need it be. And this is the kit itself. They're the H7 bulbs, but I got the 8000s, so they'll be a little bit bluer. And then it's got the slim ballast, HID kits, all the connections that need to come with it to make the thing work, and here we go. Alright, so before I go any further, I'll show you where I'm at. I removed all the fairing bolts, and now that leaves us with this. You can see the fairings hanging down, the headlights, obviously the ones that were broken, the wires and all that kind of stuff, and then this is the new one. It'll look just like this. Now about this, there is some hardware missing on the back that I'll have to take off the other one. So you can see through here there's no rubber mounts or anything like that, whereas on this one you can see there is. So I'll have to remove the hardware off of here and the bolts, etc., and we'll go from there. Alright, so here's the old one. Let it run through. You can see it's broke off here, and it's broke down here. I've already taken out all of the rubber grommets all over the piece, and I'm going to install them over here on the new ones. You can see this has got all 4 mounting spots as well as the hardware. Obviously I have one extra set. Well, actually I'm missing one, so I'm going to have to run to the store and get those, but otherwise it should be straightforward. So after a little bit of trial and error, this is where we're at. Let me turn this around. We have the entire front fairing off, the old one which is laying here on the floor, the new one which is there on the table, and this is the setup. So it's pretty easy to come together. You just click everything into its corresponding connection. You have your slim ballasts and your power supplies, etc. And then this is the original light socket connector here, both sides, the high and the low beam. And I've just kind of put them together because I wanted to make sure that they would work first. Come here, little guy. There we go. I wanted to make sure that everything was working before I put it back together. So as you can see, these wires just go into the old sockets. and that supplies the power supply and the high-low connection. And then when you turn the bike on, we should see this come on for the low beam, and then I'll click this on for the high beam. So let's start her up. Ta-da! And then when I click the high beam, that one's on. Off, on, off, etc. So now the question is, turn this off real quick. So now the question is how do we get all of this in this little space behind that fairing. Alright, get back. Okay, we're back again. I got the low beam all set up and working, which is awesome and great. Take a look here. You can see I had to cut a small hole in the back of this grommet to put the factory wires through. Then resealed everything up inside this grommet inside, and then this is the ballast and everything like that I'm going to have to find room in there for. You can see there's not a whole lot of room going on, but if I go like this, that's my electrical tape, and hit the start button, you can see the light does come on. It does work. So that's the start. So now I'm going to hook up the high beam, but before I do that, let me show you a little bit about how I had to do here. So this is the sealer, the grommet that comes on it, and you can see the little hole right there on my finger that I had to cut in it. Focus, focus, focus. There you go. In order to fit these factory wires through. So now what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to remove this plastic piece and take the wires out of this plastic piece here. It'll look like this. And you take that out, you take this little rubber piece off, and then you hook these two wires here, into those two wires there. Focus, 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 focus. Well, regardless, there's a blue and a black wire, so we'll focus onto there. There we go. So hook those two into there, and then you electrical tape them up, seal them up real good, and then this whole thing, this electrical piece, will go inside of here with the grommet over top, so it'll stick out a little bit like this, which is fine. It doesn't affect the installation back in. So I'm going to go ahead and put number 2 on, high beam, and start figuring out how to put it back together. Thanks. Alright, now you can see everything is hooked up on both sides, snug and secure and tight. Let's turn the bike on. You can see the low beam and the high beam. So now we just got to figure out where we're going to put all of the ballast, reinstall the fairing, the windscreen, sorry about the chin shot there, and go from there. Alright, so as you can see, it's all back together, and everything is stuffed way the F up in there. And if we come over to this side, you can see there, you got another box hanging out there, like gotta clip that zip tie, but it's all up in there. No rattles, no squawking. New headlight.